Good morning and welcome back to Chadlington. My name as ever is John Siddons. We are finishing rolling the grass in at the moment. We have got a load of sugar beet to sell, so we'll have to get on the harvester at some point, get that sorted. While it's dry, might as well get this rolling finished. We have also got a new vehicle on the farm, or new to us, a 1970 Range Rover. See it over there parked up the side of the field. Old school Range Rover will at some point show you around that. It is a new mod that's just come out. So yeah, it's on his itch.io page, or don't think it's actually released anywhere on any public servers. I think it's on his itch.io page. If you check Squat's video out on Kinlake, you will see he's got a link to it. I can't remember where the link went to. It is a good little Range Rover. Doors open, you've got indicators and lights, but we'll show you that shortly. Got to drive the Range Rover over to the sugar beet fields, so when we head over there we will show you around the Range Rover. At least getting the seed rolled in will stop the birds pecking at it so much. Get finished with this rolling, we can then get cracking on, get that sugar beet out the ground. Our full-time worker is over in the field ploughing still. Going to be the biggest part of today's episode with the rolling. Even if we get a load of sugar beet off camera, we do need to get one load harvested. struggle a little there as it climbs on the steep hill part of the field, but now she's purring along nicely again. All these forbs over the years will be replaced slowly. Once we finish building the castle, just going off episode a minute. Once Kinlay Castle and all of the homes and things like that are all sorted, and the classic series is moving over to Kinlay. Smaller, slightly smaller fields than there is on Rodmartin. Rodmartin's not a bad map. Fields are a little big for the equipment we've got in the 50s and 60s. Well, just over a year since fs25 come out now, so going into the second year. Be interesting to see what's added in. I would like to see some vegetables, cabbage, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts. The Brussels harvester and the cabbage trailers put in. I think that would be better than any more silly things like productions and things like that, although productions would come in with the cabbage. We are very low on money at the minute as well, with buying the Range Rover. With a bigger set of rolls than this going forward as well. That will need a bigger tractor than this to pull them. Okay, we've got on to the headlands in here now, so get ourselves around into the next breed. We're on the first headland, so you haven't missed much of the headlands. Get our way around this tricky part where it keeps losing track. And then we can go and get some sugar beet harvested, get the next split through sorted. Get ourselves around here. This part is not coming up much like headlands. Will work for us. Get ourselves into the next bit. Ourselves around the tree. Circle, make sure we get the corners of the field done a little. It is a fairly big patch of grass. We are thinking as well of getting rid of the dairy cattle and going into beef. get into the second of the headlands. Whilst we're here, before we finish, we will show you Range Rover so you can there it is. Open up the back. Nice sounds to it as well as it opens up. Open the doors. And you can open the bonnet so you can see inside the engine. You can start it up. You've got radio and indicators and stuff. And under the bonnet, something you don't see when the bonnet's shut. Hello, here's our dog come across. Yeah, something you don't see when the car is running. There. Not sure where the... oh, it's up there. You can't get to it to close it very well. Anyway, we will carry on with the rolling. Next time you join us back, we will be harvesting sugar beet. Should get around 2 headlands before you come back to us, I think. Well, it'll be less than 2 headlands because we're still with you at the moment. We get this end, we're not going to do an headland across, it's not far enough across to make it worthwhile. We just run out into the waste ground and back in. Okay, we've got the load of sugar beet to go to the factory. We'll get this taken, get the splits taken out, tractor with the ploughs over there ready to go. Worker has finished with ploughing the field, add barley in. And he is now following the harvester. ourselves over to sell this. And we'll start filling the pile up at the end of the field again. We'll have one more cartload to come over tomorrow. And then we will get through a good bit of the field tomorrow, because we've got a full day at it from 6 o'clock. Well, we start work at 6, but we've got to feed the cattle first. I am thinking, as I say, about going into beef cattle. The tractor doesn't like this hill too much. I've had climbs like this when I worked on the real farm with a 7610 and an 18-ton Larrington on the back, carting wheat and barley and stuff, so it is realistic that struggles like that on an hill. Ourselves round. There's a long track around their yard to tip and get back in, but it does. It's got that sold. We're up to 11,248. The bank balance looking a little better since we bought the classic Range Rover to run on the farm. It is 34-year-old, that Range Rover, so it's a nice little tool. Got a little play park there for the kiddies. Ourselves back over to the field. far down here to the field. We'll run all the way to the far end of the field and come back. Get the full-time worker to follow the sugar beet harvester again. Do plan on planting edges around some of these fields as well to help with our, hopefully it'll help with our environmental score if we plant some edges. We will see. Anyway, we will see you at 5 o'clock and see from there how far through. We should have this split done and probably into the next one by then. Okay, we are into the last segment for today. We will keep harvesting. We may have one more split. We may see how far that is. Yeah, we'll have one more split through, I think. I think there could be some gorings in that side. Sugar beet's gone well so far, considering the old machine we've got. We've covered some ground pretty quickly with it. Not sure we will need one more split. I think we go time to get this split out. Should be able to get side to side of here. Need another split. This will be the final split through. Another load to go on the E. So, get ourselves back over to the field, set our guy off following us, distracted there, replying to a text message. Yes, as big as that gap is, as big as that one is, shouldn't need to have another split through. We will be fine once we get this split done. If the rain comes, at least we won't be paddling through the middle of sugerbeet. Yeah, we will get this split done and then work our way back across to the first split we've got, or the second split. The first one we've got opened up at the moment. We will continue working until 7 o'clock, so we'll have another hour's work done by, and then probably an hour in the morning before you come back to us. One more round in here, we'll finish this split. When you come back to us tomorrow, we will be in the nearest split to the heat and a full day of sugerbeet harvest. Looking at that, we may need one more split through there actually. It does look fairly wide at that end. Don't know. Will we need another split through there or not? Can't make my mind up, to be fair. See how far we've got here and what we've got there. I think probably will. For today, that is where we're going to leave you. Hope you enjoyed today's episode, please give us a like, give us a share, drop us a comment. If you are new around here and you want to keep up to date with what we do, please subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you a penny, but helps us out a great deal. Until you join us again next time, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye for now.